Greetings metal community, it's Roger back with another video. This time it's half year sum up, or the top 10 list of mid-year. I don't shoot my year-end list until in January anyway, so I'm pretty spot on. It will be 6 months till you see my end of year list. I picked out 10 albums or releases, or actually I picked out 12. 2 honorable mentions that are pretty damn close in the top 10 list for now. Borderlining. One of them are Assumption with Hadean Tides, or Hadean Times. Great death doom band from I would say Italy. Might be wrong on that, but yeah, I think it's Italian band. Great album, heavy, juicy, doomy death metal. It's just killer stuff, and yeah, it should have been top 10, but the rest of the stuff is slightly better for now, but this might pop in top 10. It's definitely a top 20 album for this year. So I don't know if I've shown this before, but it did come with a couple of stickers as well. So yeah, I will link this up below so you can go check it out. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys know about Assumption anyway, so Everlasting Spew, great stuff. The other one that I wanted to pull out and show is, of course, Nighthag. They released a killer album as well. Why it's not top 10, again, some of them are a little bit better, but yeah, I just love this album. So heavy, great, no nonsense, straightforward, just heavy quality riffing death metal. So those two are pretty close to be top 10. On the number 9 spot, I have put in Heaving Earth, Darkness of God from Czechia. Heaving Earth, as I tried to explain in another video, is kind of very technical, progressive in a way, death metal, but brutal, but not so heavy in the sound, and not so guttural vocals as a lot of the more technical bands have. It is borderline tech death, but it's not. There's a couple of segments that are tech death, but a great album. It's kind of, yeah, they play kind of on the lighter strings a lot, so it's not that heavy as a lot of the other albums that I'm going to show. Talking about heavy albums, Ataraxy, The Last Mirror, great album, and really enjoy this. I have not spun this enough yet, but it is in top 10 already, especially I think it's the second song, has a fantastic cool riff on it. So this is kind of riff based, you could call it death doom or slow death metal or doomy death metal, but excellent stuff, great production, great vocals, a lot of cool riffs on this. Then on the 8th place, can't count even, Desolate Shrine, again in kind of a little bit in the same vein as Ataraxy, but not as dark, heavy, but still a heavy album. Fires of the Dying World, killer stuff. Always, I like every album by this band, and they just continually deliver pure quality death metal. Not so doomy as Ataraxy, at some part more, yeah, slow, mid-paced death metal. In a way, they do speed up a little bit now and then, but yeah, just killer stuff. Quality death metal Then number 7 for now is an album everybody knows very well, Enchantment, Cold Soul Embrace. This could have been 6th, it could have been 5th place. It's kind of, when you get into top 10, like, it's kind of doesn't matter. I love this album. I think it's a great album. Borderlining excellent, guys, but yeah, it's just very well balanced, great death doom, and you know, as I said in the Enchantment video that I did, it's just kind of when they play old school death metal as well, you know, and doom metal. They have some more, I wouldn't say gothic, but more like melodic parts that are, everything just fits very well. So played it a lot and will continue and play it. They have done an excellent job on it, and I will for sure, you know, it might pop out of top 10, but it depends on what happens the next 6 months. But for now, it's pretty well stuck in top 10. Another one is Consecration. But I'm waiting on the package from England. I bought this from another seller, but I have ordered the full package from them, so I will get back to this album and give you my thoughts on it. I really dig this album. It's a great album, and but there's difference between the CD and the vinyl, so I will get back to that. But yeah, cool stuff. The only negative thing about this album, there's no black vinyl. Hello. Just kidding, guys. Yeah, I love it. It's just what I want a Consecration to be. They do kind of evolve a little bit from album to album as well, which I think is great. Especially the vocals this time are very variated, and but also the music. I like it when they do speed up a little bit. It's kind of cool, and love the cover as well. But I will get back to this when I get my package from the guys. So yeah, I can take out and show that inner, because that's very cool made. I mean, this is very cool to see the whole artwork. So a nice touch, guys. Then we have a absolute killer album, Haunter, Discarnate, Ails. I might have put this higher up on the list, but it's kind of, it's only 31 minutes or 32 minutes, 3 songs. A lot of people will say this is an EP. Yeah, who cares about that? It's 30 minutes with brilliant blackened death metal in a way, or death metal with a lot of black metal feel to it. It is kind of a little bit towards like Suffering Hour does it, that you can't say it's death metal, but it's not, definitely not a black metal album, but killer stuff. So if you haven't heard Haunter, I will link it up below. Go and check it out. Then we have one of the or the best death metal band of all time, Immolation, the new album, Acts of God. I just love this album. It's growing every time I listen to it. It gets better. So yeah, it might end up higher, but it is on 4th place now, but might be on top, maybe. You never know. It will be fun to see how my list end up being, but I will probably do a top 20 for this year as well. On 3rd place, the excellent Inanna from Chile, with Void of Unending Depths. This is just a killer release as well. I mean, all these albums are killer. You know, quality. There's not been so many releases this year, I feel. I haven't bought so much new stuff either, so, but the quality of the bands that I bought has been very good, so I'm very happy, and this is absolute killer stuff again, you know, from kind of like technical, I would say slightly technical or mid technical death metal, but killer stuff. Then of course Viogression. I absolutely love this album. Third Stage of Decay, just interesting, variated death metal with elements from other genres. Great vocals. I know the vocals can be off-putting to somebody, but I love it. Yeah, out on Satanat Records originally, but since they had to leave Russia because they were against the war, they have teamed up with other labels, companies around, so they are releasing. I bought this through Pest Records in Romania, which is a cool distro label. So yeah, Viogression. I don't need to talk more about it because I have shown it before. And on top still has been since it came out, and that's Dark Millennium, Acid River. Yeah, again, as I said with a couple of other albums like Viogression, it's very interesting. There's a lot of things going on here. There's a lot of genres involved. The vocals is kind of more thrashy in a way. It's not very deep death vocals, but there's so much going on here, and I enjoy it every time I listen to it. It's kind of, it sounds new to me every time in a way. If you understand that, you know, when you get an album that you can't get tired of it because it's so good. I mean, all these albums that I've shown is like that. I've listened to them a lot, but I just want to listen to it more. So if this will be dropped off first place, it will take a lot, but for now it's very solid first place, but there's a lot of close calls here. So as always with these top 10 lists, yeah, that was what I had for this list. Now, as I said, I do my list in January, so I don't understand people starting early December putting out top 10 lists or top 20. And there will probably be a top 20 list for me this year as well, because I feel there's enough already to, you know, there are several more that could have been in here, so it's always fun to see what's happening in the autumn, because that's where a lot of releases are coming out, so fun to wait and see. You know, you have the new Chasm album might end up there as well, and several others that I haven't received yet, so it is always exciting to kind of compare the lists, I feel. So that was all for this. Vi kjøst.